7. Barrett outside the switch. Doncic goes, oh, great step! And then he hammers it home. Broke his ankles.
I'm smiling. I'm just very happy about this win, y'all. I am. The Dallas Mavericks 6-game winning streak. I know they have no Porzingis. I know they don't have their head coach, but the Mavericks have been playing good basketball lately. They really have. And the New York Knicks come out victorious in a very convincing win. We pretty much blew out the Dallas Mavericks, or we did blow them out. We were in control of this entire game. And I feel like in a dreaming scenario, like if you go to sleep, like you're dreaming about the New York Knicks, what do you hope to happen? Julius Randle, unselfish play. RJ Barrett playing like a third overall pick. Mitchell Robinson being consistent. Burks playing at a solid pace, knocking down his shots. Fournier not being completely trash on defense, being good enough and knocking down his shots. Quinn Grimes get off the bench. I really like the way the Knicks played. I really do. I thought we played a good, consistent 4 quarters of basketball. We were in control of this whole game. By the way, the center play by the Mavericks was atrocious. They couldn't handle Mitchell Robinson to save their lives. They couldn't stop dribble penetration. It was just bad if you're a Mavericks fan. You really do. Like, by the way, good game to Mavericks fans. Good game to Cowboy X Factor out there. Like, you got to give help to Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic, he did not play well. He was missing point-blank shots. He was taking some bad shots, but he had no help. There was inconsistency across the board. Tim Hardaway Jr. had very good moments, but it felt like he was inconsistent. I'll have to look at the box score. Jalen Brunson, I thought he played a pretty solid game, but there was no consistency throughout 4 quarters by a Dallas Mavericks player. There really wasn't, and that's a recipe for failure if you don't have a Porzingis, if you don't have your head coach. But the Knicks played hard. They got up in the Mavericks jerseys. I believe they didn't really allow easy shots. Yes, there's moments that we left the Kleber outside on the perimeter. And by the way, the Mavericks also, when there was not really a scare, we were up a lot of points, but when the Knicks at one point really couldn't hit shots in that 4th quarter, when it was kind of over, we kind of gave the Mavericks a chance, and they just couldn't hit shots at all. And there was kind of that scare in the 2nd quarter when Tim Hardaway Jr. started to really build momentum for the Dallas Mavericks. But then we just did a great job overcoming adversity. Quinn Grimes, good defense, knocking down 3 outside on the perimeter. RJ Barrett stepped up. And let's just get into these starters. We got to talk about these starters. Burks, I thought he did his thing. We know when he's capable of scoring the basketball. He didn't have some amazing game, but I thought he was good enough. I thought he played at a decent pace. We know he's not a true point guard. So he did good for his role of what Tibbs is expecting from him. Evan Fournier, he played confident. He wasn't completely trash on defense. He knocked down his shots. He knocked down some off-balance shots that I thought were just off the charts and amazing. I just love seeing Fournier play with discerned confidence. And I believe it's only the 2nd time this season that all 5 starters have scored in double digits, or at least 10-plus points. And the last time all 5 starters scored 10-plus points, or at least 13 or more points, I believe the stat was opening night. I believe it was 10-plus points. But just when the starters play a consistent brand of basketball, when you consistently move the ball, it's a recipe for success. And the Knicks consistently moved the basketball. Yes, there were some moments Julius Randle chucked up a horrible shot. But besides that, I thought Julius Randle did a good job getting the defense to collapse when he was working downhill, kicking it outside to the perimeter. If it's an RJ Barrett, if it's a Quinn Grimes, whoever is out there on the floor, I thought Randle had a pretty solid all-around game. Did he have 20-plus points? No, but I thought he was a team player and did enough to win. He didn't completely hurt the team with some stupid turnovers. I thought he felt the double team. I thought he just felt the pressure and made the right reads. I really did think Julius Randle had a good game. That and one is amazing. Thought he played with a solid motor out there on the floor. Just Mitchell Robinson, again, the Mavericks don't have a true center. They're missing Porzingis. They're missing that shot-blocking presence, someone to really box out. We killed them when it came to the offensive glass, especially at the beginning of the game. But Mitchell Robinson, that second jump, second chance opportunities. Mitchell Robinson was an absolute beast, just throwing it down, protecting the paint, double-double. Mitchell Robinson played his ass off. He played with such a high motor just this entire night. But obviously, we need to talk about RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett was outstanding in this game. You just got to be happy when someone you took 3rd overall is playing like the 3rd overall pick. 2nd straight 30-point game, creating off the bounce, driving to the basket. He had that reverse dunk after that nice outlet pass. He had that step-back 3 at the end of the game. He had that fadeaway jumper. He's posting up Brunson, taking advantage of mismatches. I'm going to make sure I don't miss out on anything here, what RJ Barrett did. I thought he was good defensively. Again, he knocked down his shots, drove down the lane, knocked down his free throws, distributed the basketball like a beast. Everyone did a great job finding Mitchell Robinson rolling to the basket. Mitchell Robinson was an absolute lob threat tonight. Julius Randle found him around the basket. RJ did. It just seemed like everyone found him around the basket. I believe Fournier had a nice pass to him as well, or that might have been Randle. It just felt like everyone found Mitch around the basket, but RJ literally put the team on his back. Or I'm not going to say that. He had a collective effort, but it seemed like he was the leader. Like he was making the right reads. He was making the right plays out there on the floor, and you got to be proud of RJ Barrett if you're a Knicks fan. I'm someone that's very critical of RJ Barrett, but I'm critical of him because he's a New York Knick. I'm critical of every player when they're not playing well, and I want the best out of these players because I want this team to be good, and I'm so freaking happy that RJ Barrett's playing good. I'm so happy that he's playing good. I'm happy that this overall team played well. Quentin Grimes, when he got up in Luka Doncic's jersey, stripped the ball from him. The defense I thought was off the charts. Yes, they missed some gimmies. Like Luka Doncic, he didn't play well, but he had no help at all. Just missing like a point-blank layup on a possession. But Quentin Grimes got up in guys' jerseys, knocked down a couple threes, quickly got into foul trouble. Obi didn't play much, but if you're a Knicks fan, you got to be happy, in my opinion. Like with this end result, Noel was out there as well. I thought he was okay, but the Knicks took care of business. They consistently moved the ball. They played good defense. There was no big-time scare of like a blown lead. The Knicks took care of business. They played a good brand of basketball. And if you're a Knicks fan, you got to be pleased. Let me know down below your thoughts, and peace out, y'all.